Hey guys, welcome back to Xposed Tuesday. Today's module is actually an application that's available on the Google Play Store that will run normally, but if you have the Xposed Framework installed, it becomes so much more and gives you so much control. Let's check it out. First thing you want to do is download and install the actual application itself. Go to the Google Play Store, look for SideControl by Jawomo. It's Jawomo. There's a free version and there's a pro version. The free version, first thing is you'll find, and then if you scroll down, you'll find some more information about the pro version. Current version, actually, the application is 2.2.1. The size is 2.2 megabytes and a half. Not that big, actually, for the amount of things that it can do. And once you have that installed, just go ahead and turn it on. And then we'll get into the application itself from here. As you might have noticed by the time we started this, I have the actual, the gestures on the left and gestures on the bottom turned on. Turn on the application. You have the ability of disabling it from the notification or just to basically make it non-persistent. The other options here you have is obviously a tutorial, sharing app. One of the advantages of having the pro version is the ability to back up, resetting and restoring your functions or your settings. Here you're greeted with the actual areas that you're able to work with. You have the left side control, you have the right side, and then the bottom side. They're by default not all turned on. When you first install the application, only the left side is turned on, and you have to turn them on under the touch areas in the third tab. And then here you just have the ability to turn on and change the opaquency, change the touch area. This is just to customize how these buttons look. The main benefit of this, and actually we'll come back to this in 1 second. You have the content here. You're able to set 4 different sections with different favorite apps. The free version gives you 2. The pro version gives you 4. The locked favorites, obviously, so that you don't have the ability of changing them within the application, meaning you can't reorganize them. Also, you have the ability of having running indicator, kill on remove, all these different other options that you have. You can start seeing here where the Xposed Framework starts kind of showing up. The ability to kill applications and do many functions that normal applications can't do requires us to have the Xposed Framework. Now, this also interacts with Halo. If you've ever had the Halo framework, the Halo module installed, this will actually populate into it, so you can run a floating window into the system. Other than that, obviously, you can run swipe up and gestures here in different areas. This is where you're able to customize the style. By default, it comes in with the white color style, meaning whenever you open up a frame, the background is white. I personally like the gray, so I went with a slightly different color. And the ability, obviously, here you can change the animation, the font size, all the good things here. But let's get into the meat of the actual application itself. So these gesture areas are, obviously, you can predict that you can swipe from them. You can go with a single tap, a double tap, short swipe, a long swipe, swipe up, swipe down, do a Z, and then do a back and forth. By default, the swipe up and the Z and the Z and the back and forth are disabled in the free version, but the pro version gives you the access to all of them. And then you're able to actually customize them to your heart's content. So in this example, I have Z disabled and I can customize it. You can go through the list, main, short, sidebar, favorite, application, grid view, recent, a lot of options here. But as we scroll further down, you'll start seeing, notification, lock screen, the ability to turn on the torch application if you have that installed. Also the ability to be able to turn on and turn off music. I have that configured to the bottom pad, but I was just trying to, initialize that there. When we start going to the bottom of the list is where we see all the Xposed functions. Killing all running foreground apps, screen off, screen on, not screen on, but menu key, the search key if your device supports it, media play and pause, which is what I was showing you before, back key, screen off, that works pretty well. And then you can just basically set different ones, and I've already customized the left side and the right and the bottom side of my screen. So by default, if I just go short, it turns on and stops my music. And then if I go another one here, it takes me directly in here, and then I can switch applications by tapping it. And the long pause again stops the music. If I scroll to the right, I have my recent application. And if I scroll to the left, it toggles my Wi-Fi because I'd like to be able to turn it on that way. I'm going to disable that for now. And we'll go back home using the home key. Also, you have the ability of basically doing short keys from here. Here's my recent application himself again. If I go a long swipe from here, it brings up my notification panel. You can double tap and then be able to basically turn on different functions. So single tap here and then do different things. The beauty of this is that you can customize and also move these. So if you press and hold, you're able to actually move them and put them in the spot that you'd like, and it works very well. The same with the bottom and the one on the right side. Now for me, I like the left and the right side and the bottom side mostly because I like to be able to just do this And this way I don't actually have to hit the button or even have to, so most devices, or at least Nexus devices, have the ability of swiping from the middle using their home key and be able to get into Google Now. And this functionality just works very well for me here. Other than that, it works very well. Hope you guys like this. And at the end, so the installation is pretty simple. You can just download it straight from the Google Play Store or actually go in directly into the thread below the video here. Installing it and turning it on works very well. If you have the Xposed Framework installed, which I hope you do because you're watching this series, you'll be able to see that there's an additional set of tools that you normally wouldn't have access to if you're just running the normal application. Now, the turning on the application and running it from different areas on your screen, that's the normal function. There is a free version and then there is the pro version. The pro version enables you to be able to back up, restore different areas, gives you access to all the gesture areas, and also gives you the ability to actually customize it at a much deeper level. You're able to switch applications with this module itself. You'll be able to basically, run system notification, use the Xposed Framework to be able to turn on, turn off using the torch, music, screen off, a lot of different functionalities that the developer's adding consistently. From the day I actually saw this application featured on the XDA portal, which I'll also provide you guys with a link in the description, he's provided 3 separate updates since then, and the last update, which pushed a couple of days ago, I think, or yesterday, and that gave you the ability to be able to back up and restore under the pro version. So check it out, let me know what you guys think. It's very nicely packaged as far as what it can do, and from the power of the Xposed Framework, it has so much more potential, and the developer's very responsive. Again, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe to this channel, like and subscribe to my channel, and as usual, I will see you guys on Thursday.